Hey there, so this video is about how to get a Calendly pop-up, text pop-up here to work in Oxgen Builder, but you could probably apply the same principles to other builders. So let's get started. So first you're going to get a Calendly, so you pay the money, and then what you do, let me just start kind of from ground zero here, is you'll have like a screen like this, and then you can create an event. So I just have like a 30-minute one here that I want to have fire on my page. So, but to do that, you gotta put some code in certain places. So to get the code, you click Share. And then I'm gonna go to Add to Website. So I could do an inline embed, didn't want to do that. Pop-up widget, didn't want the widget. Pop-up text. Now this is cool because now I can make buttons and then just add a little code to the buttons. Actually, I'm going to put it in a class, that code. So I just slap a class on the buttons, and then they all start to fire Calendly whenever someone clicks on it. So great. I'm going to click Continue. Oops, I click it, pop-up text. So then you're greeted with some code. So this is a little tricky because I think they tend to think like you're just going to put all this in a code block, which you could, but that's not as cool, I think. So what I'm going to do is see this part. This part's telling the website where to get the JavaScript code to work. So this part I'm going to put in the footer of the website, and I do that because HTML reads from the top down. So I want my images and all the stuff on my website to fire quickly instead of have to wait for this JavaScript and get all bogged down, right? Cool. So we're going to put it on the footer of the website. And then here we have the information that we're going to need to put in the button, okay? And actually, the button already has this. So really what we're going to do is add this attribute. Oops, actually it's this part here. So all of that into the button. So how do we do it? Let's dive in. So first I'm going to start with this part up here, the link and all that great stuff. So what I do is I have a snippet. So you go to snippets, add new snippet, and I just labeled it Calendly. And then what you're going to have is this line and this line. And then you're going to stick that code that I just highlighted recently in here, okay? So just looking back, it's this code, oops, pardon me. This code right there is what's right there, okay? Run snippet everywhere, save changes, and then activate it, okay? Great. Now let's hop into Oxgen and see how I added it to the button. Just gonna click the button. So I'm already on the button here, so this is where the code lives. So what I did is I created a attribute on the button with onClick as the key, I guess. I forget the nomenclature. And then what I did is I took the code here, and if you're smart, I wasn't as smart, you don't highlight the quotes there, but instead you just highlight this part. Forget about the quotes. And then you press or Command C, copy, and then you Command V and paste it here. And this by default puts a quote, even though you don't see a quote, it puts quotes on the beginning and the ending of it, and I'll prove it to you in just a second. But you put that and that there, and that's it. And then it works, and I'll show you. So I'll just get boom, and there you go. All right, so I'm just going to show you in the code what's going on in the button. So click the button, and then see. So there's our attribute right there. On click, Calendly, blah, 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 blah. So that's what enables it to work.